toward the kickoff here at the Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Today, a good matchup in the NFC. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on this cold afternoon in Philadelphia. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Seahawks come out and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
To say last year changed the trajectory of Sam Darnold's career feels a little bit like an understatement, doesn't it, Mike? I mean, the year he had in Minnesota alongside head coach Kevin O'Connell by far was the best year of his career. And it's a big reason why Seattle paid him what they did to come in, replace Geno Smith as the starting quarterback. So now the question is, years ago under Kyle Shanahan, 1 year under Kevin O'Connell, can he now bring that to Seattle and have that same level of success and take them back to the playoffs?
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
And that one is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Could they have called the push-off there?
That penalty is declined.
So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Now, Hurts. Room to run, past the 30. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That one's good for 29.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it, but he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
A first down throw for Hurts. Open receiver is Dotson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3, but you're coming away with points.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
They'll run the sneak, and it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Knight on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Seahawks 19-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation. Contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And now it's 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
A 36-yard attempt.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Seattle.
It's not often that you see a running back be the one that the defense decides to double team in the passing game, but to me this feels like the defense was tipped off. They knew what was coming, they knew where the quarterback was going with the ball, and they were able to put a stop to this one really before it got going.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To throw again is Darnold. That is caught downfield by Cup. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. First catch there for Cup, and he's got a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Shaheed in motion. Here's Darnold. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Darnold now to throw. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Defense. Automatic first down.
So that pass interference in the end zone puts the pressure on the defense. It is first and goal from the 1. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks move out to a 7-3 lead.
Seahawks 7, Eagles 3.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. It's incomplete, but there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far,
Still 2nd down.
and it draws the flag. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Here's Hurts. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. Eagles in possession to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with 4th down coming up. They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
1st down.
Mike, I think the way we've seen the NFL going these past couple years is I think all these quarterbacks, they love when the call comes in for the sideline for quarterback sneak. Hey, coach, put the game on my shoulders. With this offensive line, I'm going to pick up this 1st down. And that's exactly what they did.
Now he's just going to pitch this one forward. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 20-yard pickup there. First down, Philadelphia.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
14 more
They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
First down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line, a pickup of 9.
Brought down at the 18-yard
Like the old
line.
adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
Gain of 12 yards.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
Hurts going to hold on to this one, and he will take it in himself. Jalen Hurts, touchdown, Eagles.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3, so they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So, really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles are on top. It's now 10-7.
Eagles 10. Seahawks 7. Jake Elliott to kick
So following the
off for
score,
Philadelphia.
here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Take over first and
Out
10.
comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll do so with first and 10. They'll go play action with Garner. That one to Zach Charbonnet. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
That's good.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not, and it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
The tight end going in motion to the left. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. Room to run past midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. And he will go all the way. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Seahawks. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Good looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Now the point after try from Myers. It's up and through. And the Seahawks are on top. It's 14-10.
Eagles 10.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, Hurts. He's got his man Brown. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
To throw is Hurts. That's taken in by Dotson. A gain of 16 on that pass play. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10.
3rd downs, Mike, those are
line.
quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A handoff, running left, it's Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
That's going to be pulled in by Brown. It is a big play for the Eagles. 38 yards.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. Quick throw, taken in. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And There is a lot of room to operate.
At the 8-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Ball is at the 8 for 2nd and goal. Now Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal. Now Hurts. Taking off. He'll try to get there.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force 4th down.
On 4th down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles are back within a point. It's 14-13.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over.
Working across the field, he hauls it in. A gain of 21 on that pass play. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
A gain of 21 yards.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Darnold to the air once more. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Darnold to throw again. is complete to Walker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's another
His
Seahawks
second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold again. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
10 more yards.
The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Timeout Seahawks, that is their second, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing.
That one, take it in. Cooper, touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Myers now to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Seahawks extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Hurts. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Dotson, the man in motion. A second down throw for Hurts. A pass complete there to Smith. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Hurts finding Smith, and an Eagle. First down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Caught left side by Goddard. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Hurts again. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Man in motion is Smith. Again, Hurts. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the two-point conversion.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point conversion.
That's down quickly and complete. And he will not get in. They will come up empty on this try for two, unable to tie this football game up. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Cooper Kupp heading back onto the field. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker, and he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Terrific starter there, gain of 15, and a 1st down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses, and you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball, and I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He's close to a 1st down to gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Shotgun run now with Walker. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the 1st half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Darnold. He'll get this out wide. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Walker. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
Good tackle by Jordan Davis. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll try to run for it, and he'll get into the end zone. touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will make it a two-score game as they are now up 9. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Here is Shipley on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it's going to be third down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top of the conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring him down for a loss.
To throw is Darnold. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic first down.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now Darnold. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
On the ground, it's Walker. Finding room across midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 17 yards on that play. First down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
Complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 4. Darnold. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. The Seahawks sending out their punt team, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 21-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for Eagles.
So 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Hurts to the air on 1st down. This one is caught by Dotson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
1st and 10.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Mike McDonald not a huge fan of that last call, and he will throw the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. First and 10. They run out of the gun with Barkley. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. Give him 27, and it's first and goal.
You know, Mike, this is why they teach these guys to never give up on a run. There was multiple times there that he could have taken what he got, go down with the tackle, and live to play another day.
And he will score! Game on! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Elliott now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles will cut it to a 2-point lead.
Seahawks 28, Eagles 26.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Here's a jet sweep with Cup. And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left them nowhere to go. And no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Throwing on second down. Darnold. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's to the rookie from Miami, Elijah Arroyo. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Another Seahawks first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
1st and 10.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Zach Charbonnet, touchdown, Seattle. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the fourth quarter, I think they feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Now the point after try from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9.
Eagles 26.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Here is Shipley on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Hurts now. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. 13 yards to start that drop. And a quick first down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and it's two nice plays to begin this drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball. You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
He's got it about the 8, and he will score. Game on. Devontae Smith, touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will cut it to a 2-point lead.
35, Eagles 33.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Well, Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Darnold now on 1st and 10. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Brings up 2nd down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Darnold. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Not fun here. 3rd and a lot. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
It's 4th down.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. This is 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to have this one up near the 28. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds here. That's only a gain of a yard.
Saquon Barkley. Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Quick throw on the RPO to Goddard. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Philadelphia.
1st down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
They'll try to set up the screen here, and he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down, they need 7. Middle, and he's got Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 2nd time they've connected on this drive, and 19 yards out of this one.
38-yard line.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap down to Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and
All right,
10
so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. It's an incompletion.
Brings up 3rd
So, of
down
course, you
and
prefer to
10.
connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Rolling right. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This a potential game winner. Timeout Seahawks, that is their 2nd. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Please get it together. It's all about teamwork. Take, guys. Give them some time. Big play.
So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This one he's got to have. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
Well, there's no more pressure-filled spot for a kicker than that one right here, Mike. I mean, it's very simple. You make it, you win. You miss it, you lose. And what's he do? He comes through to not only give his team the lead, but most likely the victory.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out, per the new rule, to the 35-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Now 4 seconds left, and we get a timeout call.
For a Seahawks 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
Here's 1st down. Here we go. One final play. A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, and this one will come to an end. So it's a win here for the Eagles. This one went all the way down to the wire. The late field goal with zeros on the clock seals the deal. As they come from behind, it may feel like they stole this one. They get the victory on the game's final play. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.